So when you want to get the weather, there are two things you can really do. There are a couple more, but the two most reliable are either the DUAT system, which is an online service that once you become a pilot you'll gain access to, and you can file flight plans and get weather reports and things like that online. And then the second way, which is the way I prefer, is to call the flight service station. Now, the flight service station used to be run by the FAA, but recently it was contracted out to Lockheed Martin. Now, they did some good stuff and the bad stuff. It's kind of in the recovery of all the bad stuff they did. It used to be where you could wait 15-20 minutes to actually talk to anybody, and that was just outrageous. But they're getting better now, and the briefers are definitely more knowledgeable than they used to be. So the way to get in contact with a flight service station is flight service station, also known as an FSS. You call 1-800-WX-BRIEF. And the WX is an abbreviation in aviation for weather. When you call them up, the service will ask you what sort of service you want. You say briefer, then you say the name of the state you're in, and if you're in California or some other large state maybe, it'll ask you if you want, say, Northern or Southern California, and you'll just say Northern or Southern. It'll all be automated and with voice recognition. Now, when you talk to the briefer, you need to make sure you get the several points of information across, or the briefer will just ask you for them anyway. The aircraft that you'll be flying in, the tail number, and if you don't know the tail number, then you just say your name. We'll be flying most likely in Cessna November 52432. The aircraft type, it's a Cessna 172 November. Where you'll be departing from, BJC, that's the 3-letter airport identifier for Rocky Mountain Metropolitan. What kind of flight it is, it's going to be a visual flight rule, or VFR. Cross country, another abbreviation for cross country is XC. Then we're going to have to say where we're going, which is going to be Sydney, Nebraska, that's another 3-letter airport identifier, to Cheyenne, that's the identifier for Cheyenne. The altitude you'll fly at, which will be 7,500 mean sea level as opposed to above ground level. And then the time of the flight that's expected. So whenever you're in doubt about the time of the flight, go on the conservative side, say it's going to be longer than it actually is, so that you can get weather for longer than you may actually be up. Now, because it's about 7 p.m. on the 27th and we'll be flying on the 28th, we're going to ask for an outlook briefing. If it was sooner than that, the same day, then we'd ask for a standard briefing. But we're going to call up and ask for an outlook briefing. Another important thing to remember when you call up the flight service station is have something to write with. I know it's pretty self-explanatory, but you don't want to be scrambling for pieces of paper and a pen while they are talking, because I've tried, it's hard to get under all what they're saying under ordinary circumstances, never mind not having a pen, and you really want to know exactly what they're saying. So let's give a call now.